Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over a team that I've not played before, and it's a little bit out of my comfort zone. It's all like fast attack mon. Basically, I didn't have a lot of time here on Sunday to play my games, so I decided I'm going to go in with a team that I know is going to go run through GBL as quick as possible, and this really was it. It's going to be Kyogre in the lead with Togekiss and Primarina. Primarina is the safe swap. And let's go ahead and get into the battles. But first, if you have not, hit that subscribe button, press the like, and let me know what teams you want to see next. And let's get into it. All right. So, first lead is Melmetal. Weirdly enough, I saw two Melmetal leads in these games, which I've never seen a Melmetal this season, which is interesting. I was talking about Melmetal on my stream yesterday, though, because I thought Melmetal could actually be a pretty good choice into this meta. I do like it with like Thunderbolt though, over Rock Slide, but you know, see how y'all do it. This match, they again led with Melmetal, safe swapped into Gyarados. I insta swapped to Primarina. We literally resist everything that Gyarados does. I'm able to fully farm it down and have enough to get to a Hydro Pump, which this is going to be an outlier. You don't usually get to Hydro Pump here on Primarina. I think I get to it in multiple games in these sets though. So yeah, if we're going to be doing a ton of damage, let's do it. I am a little scared of the Thunderbolt. Like I said, I would be running Thunderbolt, but most of these run Superpower Rock Slide with Thundershock as the fast attack. So he switches into Palkia. I almost said he switches into Spatial Rend. I mean, that's kind of what this Pokemon is at this point. I would literally just be saving shields for Kyogre, even if they had a move that could KOs here, but all they're going to be throwing is the Aqua Tails. Oh, I remember this game. They throw Spatial Rend just to show it, and then they want to leave. And then I literally 2 games in a row ran into another Melmetal. And then I was like, huh, well, this guy's not going into the next Mon. Okay, I'm just going to take this hit anyways. I kind of need to save the shields for... yeah, you're going to live another Rock Slide here. Even if this is a Superpower, it's fine. Superpower Dip might get a little sketch. But, yeah, you really want to save your shields for... the Charmers in the back, because the more you get down shields during the matchups, the really worse it becomes, which is why I end up throwing this instead of allowing them, because we weren't going to get the fast attack basically. And another interesting thing about this matchup, Primarina against Dialga, or another interesting thing about this team considering this matchup with Dialga, is technically it's only neutral Iron Head because you do have that water subtyping on Primarina. So instead of being super effective like it is to the normal fairies, we are able to take it as neutral, which means you're going to be able to take a hit from Dialga. Now, Primarina is very low on the stat product side. You know what I didn't even think about? Is this Primarina even level 50? I think it is, but I didn't ever double check. I think it is though, but you can see the strat product is 1,000 CP lower than the Dialga. So yeah, even though you double resist the Dragon Breaths, it still ends up doing damage here. All right, Dialga lead. This is obviously very bad for us. That's 3 steel leads, though. That's pretty crazy. To be honest, you don't even see Dialga lead that much. It's Origin form, though, so everyone has it, I guess. Again, you can take an Iron Head, and it actually does even less damage on Origin form Dialga because it's more defense weighted than the regular Dialga. They end up coming with Landorus. I mean... I'm probably not going to shield anything. Just going to let this go because winning Switch isn't going to do that much, I think, for me. And I don't think I'll shield Kyogre either. I think I'm just willing to go into these back 2 matchups with Togekiss on the 2 shield. We've already got a lot of damage into the Dialga. I imagine I can actually just 1 shield through it. This one, you definitely need to shield the Iron Heads because they are super effective against Togekiss. It's going to be kind of close if I can 1 shield through this. It is a little bulkier. I know during the time I'm counting, but like right now I haven't been counting where we're at in this matchup. But, oh, ends up being a Kyogre. I always throw the Ancient Power because you might get a boost. I'll tell you right now, I played 15 battles. I think we won 11. And I didn't get a single boost. And I must have thrown... 6 to 7 Ancient Powers. So that's unlucky. I guess it's not that unlucky because, yeah, it's actually pretty close to the average. At the next one, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get the boost on the next one. Then the averages will average out. But that's not how statistics work. Don't take that. Each time you use it, it's the same percentage. All right, let's get out of that train of thought. Okay, I think I'm actually just going to go for the full farm down on both of these Mon. At the end, I'm like, okay, maybe if I get to 2 serves, and then I'm like, no, because he's not going to shield. I'm just going to have to hope to farm this down, and we literally live with like 1 HP. And I don't have a Hundo Kyogre. I think this is a 96, 90, it's a 96 or a 98. Okay, Lugia, this is actually a really rough save swap that I noticed in my games. Yeah, it's actually very difficult just because it has so much bulk. Luckily, we did get a shield here, so I'm contemplating not shielding, or I'm contemplating shielding rather, and then I decide I'm not going to. Just going to let the Aeroblast hit. Then I'm going to try to come in Kyogre and get it down. It's a little bit of it's not a misplay, but I go for the CMP tile on the next Aeroblast, and then I'm like, we kind of need 2 shields on Togekiss. I'm just going to let this hit. I was hoping to take it out, but again, Lugia is a horrific Mon for this team, just because the bulk is able to outlast a lot of these Mon. Even though you're double resisting the fast attacks, the fact that it gets to Aeroblast means it can take shields or it can take out. All right, with the 2 shield lead, we're definitely going to be able to farm this all the way down. The real question is, I don't know that back Mon, and then I don't know if I want to go... Do I want to go straight Ancient Power, which I end up doing? Or do I want to farm it all the way down, but actually not going to be able to farm it down even before? Look at this. It's going to live on... it's going to get there 2 turns, I guess, before I'm able to KO here. It actually, I think, would have lived this next hit anyways. It did actually live. So he comes in Giratina, and now I already know my win con here. My only chances is to catch. He's already gone for 2, so it's 7 to the first Shadow Ball. So I can go 3, swap, and then catch. So 3 charms is the same as 5 2-turn moves for him, and so he already had 2, so that would give him to 7. And yeah, he threw right away. Luckily, we were able to catch. I'm not able to throw that move. Again, this is another a game where if you try to throw moves, you're going to lose. And if you don't think you're going to win on the fast attacks, but you can't throw moves, you still just can't do it. So they save swap into a Shadow Lugia, and then I'm like, okay, the Lando matchup is really easy for me. Let me get some damage onto here so Primarina has a little bit of an easier time. That way I can maybe go for a shield farm down if they throw Aeroblast, which I'm really hopeful that they do. And if I do get that farm down, they'd be 6 away from the Sky Attack, I believe. Maybe it's 5, but we KO in 5. And then I'm still able to do stuff to this Lando. I could actually get to Hydro Pump if I want to, and I get there right at the same time. But the last time I threw Hydro Pump, they shielded, and I lost that game. So now I'm like, I'll go Disarming Voice. Of course! They do not shield. Of course. Doesn't really matter too much. I think this doesn't KO, so they're going to get a bit of a... Oh, they don't get a farm down, though. And then I'm going to see if they want to give shields. I believe if he shields this, we probably will get farm down. They have a lot of HP. Okay. They end up coming in with Dialga. I don't want to get farmed down because the last thing we need to do is give this Dialga energy. So I just switched to Togekiss right away so that we can get as much charm damage in before they get to 2 Iron Heads, which will be really close to KOing. Right now, we're still out of Iron Head range. Luckily for us, again, Dialga O is more defense weighted than regular Dialga, so we will survive this and get some more charms out there where we wouldn't survive against the normal Dialga. And then plus, I'm like, okay, I've already gotten my move off on Togekiss. I'm not going to spend my shield here because I can still shield Kyogre later, and really the only move it can do to us is... Space and Time, whatever the name of that move is, or Dragon, whatever. All right, Draco Meteor. What's the other one called? It is something like Space and Time. I don't remember. I remember Spatial Rend, but okay. They started Lando. They come in Ho-Oh. I throw this on good timing here. You can go 3 waterfalls in between 2 Incinerates, and then I'm just gonna switch out because they're just gonna throw another Brave Bird here. And I don't want to get hit on the Kyogre. I still need that Kyogre for later against the Landorus. So I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice Primarina here. Hopefully they come back in Lando. They do actually come in Dialga here, which is an interesting choice because I'm definitely going to be able to get the Disarming Voice off against it, which is going to give me a huge advantage there in the end game. After this goes down, I'll wait the timer out and then come in Togekiss, but I probably will not shield Togekiss. it's already so low. I can waterfall this down if I need to later. And then Lando, again, it wouldn't even KO me anyways. I should probably just swap right away. Oh, I do. Nice. Yeah, it's obvious they're going to switch. This is going to be GG. Yeah, they get out of the game. Mewtwo leads. So I ran into this 2 times. And I didn't know exactly what to do in here. I figured I would win the 1 shield, so I decided to just go in. But the thing is, I don't want to just win the 1 shield. This is really the toughest part, because you need Kyogre if they have a Landorus in the back. So it's not necessarily about winning this matchup. It's about winning hard or gaining a shield advantage. So I decided I'm going to take this Psy Strike and hope that they shield this. If they do shield this, I'm probably going to swap to Primarina. Last thing I want them to do is get more energy on this Mewtwo. Okay, no. Could have stayed in, honestly, but to be fair, a Moonblast doesn't KO us anyways, so I can take 1 for free. We're kind of all in on a Togekiss there in the back, so it's going to be a Togekiss 1 shield against everything. Mewtwo's at a move. I don't remember exactly. You lose CMP here because Primarina's stat product is really terrible, especially against the legendaries and mythicals of Master League. I decide, I think, to come in Kyogre here. Oh, no, I don't. So do I end up shielding this? Oh, they close combated, which is why I brought in the Togekiss, and they went out of energy, which means at 4, which is what KO'd it here, they only would have gotten to another close combat. So now I probably need to shield this, and I don't know if they can make it to another move, but I still have Kyogre for any other shenanigans. So the Commenzation, do I lose this game? This looks like a really tough position, because if it has Wild Charge, I think Togekiss lives a Wild Charge from here. The only thing is the Mewtwo at 1 charm, because I'm pretty sure it still had like 15% health. This is going to be close, actually. Oh, man. Well, even if they weren't at a move here, this is a really close game. I remember this game now. Even if they had a move, or even if they didn't have a move, we would have both killed, fainted each other at the exact same time with fast attacks. So, whatever. Okay, we both throw is this a Shundo? Kyogre? We definitely both throw the Thunder at each other here. I'm kind of thinking right now it's the same team as me. So then I'm like, okay, maybe I need to just go into Primarina right away, try to force some sort of movement here. He goes up to a Surf, I believe. Yeah, and then comes in Togekiss. But we gained such an energy advantage, I can go for the Disarming Voice. Then I'm like, wait a minute, they switched so late? I'm going for another Hydro Pump. We've been going for Hydro Pumps. This is the 3rd Hydro Pump we've gone for already. Okay, we get the free KO here. I think they ended up having a Xerneas in the back. I saw a decent amount of Xerneas today. And they do get a farm down here with a Geomancy, which is not great. But I figured this is a good position for Kyogre to take in. I don't have to worry about some weird Thunder baits again. I'm just going to be able to not shield and survive. The only thing we have to worry about is possibly Kyogre coming in. I thought this was a CMP, but maybe they waited a turn. Also, sometimes Geomancy doesn't really show in the background. Is it using a move? They try to switch in. I come in here. I'm probably going to shield this Kyogre no matter what. If this is a Surf, that's bad for me, because they probably get to another one. Actually, they probably don't. Yeah, they wouldn't have gotten to 2, so they went for the big move. And then we definitely live a Moonblast here, so that's going to be GG. They're 1 fast attack away. Also, we're at the move, so I'll probably just end up throwing it, but it should be GG either way. I mean, the thing about Master League is you don't run into this much fast move pressure, so it actually is crazy. All right, they come in, Dialga. I think I end up shielding this move. I don't know why. Because if you saw my previous games, I didn't shield it. But then I was like, what if they get cheeky? They go for the 2 Iron Heads, and then I'm down shields. I'm just going to try to win this matchup hardcore. I'm going to go up to as much energy as I can here. I probably don't want to use another shield, but I'm also fine using another shield as well, because I'll be able to farm this all the way down at this point. And I'm really close to getting KO'd here. So yeah, I like going for the shield here. We have a lot of energy. If the Lando comes back in, we'll be able to do some sort of pressure at least. I'm not sure I get to a Hydro Pump because I want to go 3 and throw just in case they throw Sandseer Storm. So I'm going to go 3, and then I just throw Disarming Voice. I mean, I've done a lot of charms. Maybe they've lost count. That's also another thing that could really help us. But they don't want a shield. Makes sense. They already know Kyogre is just dominating this matchup. They're saving shield for the last mon in the back. And at this point, I kind of need it to be weak to one of these 2 mon. Maybe Spatial Rend. And it actually ends up being... I'm also just going to keep calling Palkia Spatial Rend because I like it. That was a choice. I did not mess up in the name. That's a choice. They come in Zygarde, and then I threw my Surf, but then I was like, wait a minute, Togekiss just hard counters Zygarde. It literally can't do anything. It has Crunch, Earthquake, Dragon Tail, double resisted, single resisted. Yeah, that's an insane matchup. All right, Dialga, this is... At least, okay, the thing is, not only do you get through your GBL battles really fast, through this team, you also really learn the matchups pretty well because it's the same matchups every time. It's like Dialga, Primarina, Lando, Ho-Oh, Kyogre, Spatial Rend, Primarina. The thing is, okay, so I did say Lugia was a very difficult fight, but also Mewtwo's kind of difficult because it can pressure the shield so well. And yeah, I get to give this one up for free, but it's at so much HP. It's going to do a lot of damage to my next mon. Spatial Rend, so that's GG. Nice. Yeah, so yesterday the day before when I was streaming using the Zacian team, which you should definitely check out in the channel. That is my favorite team. Again, I've been using it for like 7 seasons, and it's still pretty good. Not as good with a low amount of Dialga being used, and Zacian's not as good against Dialga O. But yeah, still a great team. I gained like 200 points with it. Check out that video in the videos below or whatever. But yeah, the pressure of the shields here is pretty tough. I mean, I probably have to shield this just because it does like 60%, and I don't know what's in the back, and... yeah, he's still going to hit me with it. Oh, wait, is this the last mon? I'm an idiot. That's right. It was Spatial Rend. Easy. All right. GG. Fast attacks. They had a shield there at the end. Again, in some of the games, they also had like 2 shields. And I brought them down. I mean, you saw that in the games here that I showcased. So, all right. Thank you so much for... let me just say thank you so much for supporting the channel in general. Everyone has been so good in the last 2 weeks that I've started up the YouTube channel again, and yeah, I'm just feeling the love. Thank you so much. If you continue to support me, we're going to keep putting out videos, and I'll see you in the next one. And if you need to just blaze through your GBL battles, this is the team. See ya.